So we head back into the Freetown jail. And if we speak to our dwarf friend, we can hand this in.
You showed those ruffians not to tangle with a brawler, did you? Ha!
You showed those ruffians not to tangle with a brawler, did you? Ha! Serves them right, and may they remember it. Of course, if you hit them as hard as it sounds like you did, they may not remember the lesson at all. In any case, you made me proud, Silri. Take this reward and keep on preventing trouble, or causing it. There we go. So let us equip our fancy new brawler gloves. So it's quite an increase to damage. The increased might will give us some more physical offense as well. So all good. And the old ones, not particularly any cosmetically fancy. And this is the new ones. I don't know what that's meant to be. Presumably just a ring for metal armour purposes rather than something like sharp like a circular sword, but that does look pretty nasty. So let's just make sure the new one is equipped and throw the old one in the bin. And then we shall go to Bingo Bulger, who should be over in Budgeford. Just to save us running back again.
Hello there!
Well, that's such a relief, Silri. I don't know what's caused the harvest flies to begin attacking people, and I don't want to know. I just want them to calm down and leave the good folk of the Marish alone. They might be doing slay deeds. They might be antagonising the flies. So we could get some medium armour boots, but we're a heavy armour class, so we'll go for the biscuits. And you have no follow-up quest. Who else is nearby? So we need to search north of this guy's home, which presumably is near the archway here, heading out of town. Not entirely sure what we're meant to be looking for. Am I looking for something in particular? Oh, there we go. Spot a journal on the ground. It up, collected the journal. Is this something I can read? Doesn't look like it. So we mount back up, we'll consume the gift madam, head back down.
Hello there!
So you found this journal near the hedge gate, did you? Well, hopefully it contains some clues as to who loosed that arrow into my door. And perhaps it will tell if that means any harm.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Oh dear, this isn't good. Not good at all. Many of the leaves of the journal are missing, as if it was shaken and torn by a beast. Look here. See the teeth marks? Goodness, those teeth marks might be from a wolf. I wonder if some of the beasts took the pages, perhaps to line their dens. Yes, I know it sounds strange, but I've heard a tale or two of them doing such things. If you could slay a few of the wolves east of here, and see if they have any of the journal leaves. I seem to be missing about 3 leaves all told. Once I have all the pages, I should be able to see what the author of the journal was up to. So, we've got to find those. So they seem to be all around the river, south of Budgeford and east, going up to the Bridgefields wall, where we saw loads of wolves probably in the last session. Let's just track nearby quests. So what else have we got? We've got the Fate of the Black Rider. He's over in Stock. Howling Midnight is in Budgeford. Prologue. Can't see where that is. And Grandson's Lunch. Can't really see where that's flashing either. But, let's just follow our quest tracker. So Linda Bulger, this is the one that asked us to go to the top of the Yow Heights.
Goodness!
You found this in the dirt on that hilltop? This is a collar, Silri. Who could have possibly be strong enough to put a collar on a wolf like this? Like the one I saw that night, much less want to. And how strong must the wolf have been to remove it? I can't read the letters that are inscribed on the collar, but they sure look unpleasant to me.
Gracious me, I need your help.
They say that elves sometimes pass through the Shire on their way to the White Towers or to the sea, or so the old tales go if you care for such things. My husband says he spoke with an elf camped in the forest near Woodhall to the southwest. They say elves know a lot about old writing and such. Perhaps if my Milo wasn't seeing things that weren't there, that elf might be able to read the letters. Woodhall is south of Budgeford, and the elf was supposedly camped on the hill overlooking the town. I hope he'll be able to help. I don't mind saying I'm simply terrified of the wolves. So we need to look for journals. I'm guessing these journals are going to be in very specific places as well. So it's worth making sure that your floating names is on with the N key. N for names. Is it worth crossing the river? Don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. I can try going to find that elf since we're in the right direction, I guess. Hopefully as we find those 3 journal leaves, it will decrease the size of the area to make it a bit more obvious where the remaining leaves are. That's usually what happens. So up on the hill. There he is. Orpheus.
Megavanen.
Megavanen, welcome hobbits. I am Orpheus of Rivendell. It is not often that I entertain guests at this place. What is this that you would have me examine? These are evil letters, my friend, but I will read them if it brings understanding. The runes inscribed on the collar identify this creature as a great chieftain of wolves, a warg of Angmar, named Laugfoot. If Laugfoot has broken free of his collar, it is likely he thinks to serve himself rather than his former masters. I do not doubt that the warg was sent forth on some evil errand, but now it seeks to cause some evil on its own behalf.
Mind my words, traveller.
Even apart from his masters in Angmar, this warg, Laugfoot, is too dangerous to remain unhindered in this land. He has certainly asserted himself as the leader of his local wolf pack, which means he has become an even greater threat. You should gather allies and seek him out amongst his pack. Put an end to this threat as quickly as possible. When the deed is done, you should speak with the hobbit Linda Bolger. Laugfoot will be a dangerous foe, but he cannot be allowed to remain so close to so many peaceful hobbits. He has already brought great fear to this land, and it is only the beginning of the harm he may cause. So he will give me some bits and pieces and a gift of them. So this warg should be up at Bridgefield's wall, up there, because I think we saw him last time. So, is there any other quests in Woodhall to pick up? Doesn't look like it. So, wait for my legs to unbreak. And the bags are full. So let's try and find some of these pages then as we clear our bags on the way back to the river. Can just toss a few things. Don't need the ale, don't need weapons. They can all go in the bin. Cloak. That one was actually crafted by me, but it's not good. I hope I didn't need that for a crafting quest. That would be embarrassing, but I'll just throw that in. So, journals. I get the sneaking suspicion one of them is on the wall to the east that crosses the river. I don't know if that's a random bell going off in my head. Some inkling of a memory from times long ago when I last did this. I mean, I don't know the last time I actually did a full run through the Shire. I imagine the one and possibly only time that I've done it would have been on my main Hobbit burglar. And she would have done it back in the day for Innocence when you had to grind your virtue deeds up to like level 10 and up. So I think that would have been done around Moria Mirkwood era. I mean, we're at the very east of where we should be looking for these. Maybe there's none near the river at all. Are they going to be places where wolves are? Do I need to kill wolves? Is that what I'm missing? Yes, I probably do. Okay. I might need to. Yeah, there we go. Right, so all that looking around, the wolves have eaten them. A bit like my cats. One of them likes eating cardboard and cardboard boxes, and the other one just likes eating air. They're both silly buggers. So, mount up. Let's go find Laugfoot. So, he should be north of this wall. Around the far side somewhere. Now, we're going to end up putting a load of wolves. I don't care. Any that don't automatically retreat, I will fight you as well. So, this quest is indicating, I think it's a full fellowship quest actually. You don't need full fellowship. You can do this so easy enough. Mobs hit harder when you had smaller range movements. Just to give an indication to new players that, hey, this quest is tough, you might not want to do it on your own because you might die. Otherwise people get upset when they die early on in MMO quests, as they complain the game's too hard and then rage quit and never play again. So, right, that is done. What do we need to do? Fate of the Black Rider. Talk to Fogo Fallowhide. He's over here somewhere. He is in stock. Can I jump this? I can, just about. A bit of a tight squeeze. So, as we go over here then, what other quests do we have? One here, Matt Harfoot.
Stay and have some tea.
The Bounders haven't been able to keep the peace as well as they used to, no offence intended, so we've organised our own little group. We call it, well, the Vigilance Committee. A few of us have been looking into strange doings, like that Black Rider that's been seen about and other outsiders who've come into the Shire lately. The thing is, one of our members has gone missing. Violet Underhill was going to look into some reports of strangers in the south of the Marish, but she hasn't come back, and I'm getting worried. I think that's the one that's been captured by the brigands. I wonder if you can go down there and look for her. It may be that Farmer Maggot has seen her. He knows what's around there. His farm Balthelion is down south along the river road in the Marish. So we have to go talk to Farmer Maggot anyway. Seems to be a quest inside the local tavern, which is the Golden Perch.
Goodness!
Ah, well, I guess you found out my little secret. We thought it would be so much fun. So this is the one that's pretending to be the Black Rider. See, I met this fellow a few days ago while I was drinking. Called himself the Chief, he did. He said he was an old friend of Odo's and wanted to play a little joke on him. Told me to get a black cloak and gave me some money to haunt Odovakar's farm by night. Well now, surely you don't think I meant any harm. I never. That Chief fellow, I haven't seen him since, come to think of it. At least I got some spare money for beer out of it. Oh yes, I promised not to do it again. Those wolves got me, almost got me. I won't be running around at night anymore, that's for sure. There we go. And then talk to the
Stay and have some tea.
Welcome to the Golden Perch. Have a draft of Old Whiffywindle. It has won the 4 Farthings Brewing Moot 3 years running, but I'm afraid I may not win this year as I don't have much of the old stock left. Somehow or other, my yeast mash has gone bad, and some fool let mould get to my dry store. It happens, but my yeast is special. It's what makes the Old Whiffywindle so good. I had to get more. I figured, let's try the best that Breeland has to offer. So I got old Barnum Butterbird to send me a packet from the Prancing Pony. The thing of it is, it seems that the packet never arrived, nor the wagoner either. What I think happened is those blasted brigands camped out west of the Marish have got on the wagon. The camp is in the hills south of Woodhall, about midway between Tuckborough and Old Maggot's farm. They say you are the one that can deal with problems like those brigands. What say you head out that way and see if you can find my yeast amongst their ill-gotten goods. So we've got 2 quests up at the brigand camp now. Right, so Primrose Perfect is the pie person. So we'll ignore you for now. So from here, we're probably going Farmer Maggot next, I think. Due south, over here. Then up to the Brigands. Then back to Budgeford. And we'll see where we go from there. So I don't think we actually discovered this. I think this is still one of our things we need to do. So southeast of Stock, there is this huge tower, which is the Stock Tower. And it's one of the sites of the Shire we need for our deed. So if we come up here and go Stock Tower, as long as that comes up in big white text, you're good. So sites of the Shire, we've got 5 out of 6 now. So Party Tree is over in Hobbiton, can't miss it. Neffel Stage is just south of Hobbiton Bywater, which we discovered previously. Stock Tower we just found, Bridgefield's Wall, Great Willow. So yeah, Great Willow, east of Tuckborough, Party Tree, north of Hobbiton, Neffel Stage just over here south of Bywater, Stock Tower here on the east, Bridgefield's Wall, east of Budgeford. Is that 6? And the Quarry, which is up here, which is a huge area, so easy enough to find those. But we will tick that off whenever we go to the Quarry, and then that'll be another deed done. There is Farmer Maggot.
I've no truck with strangers.
Violet Underhill, yes indeed, I told that young lady what I'm going to tell you, and what I've told the Bounders days ago if I had any sense. Some ruffians have come into the Shire not far west of here. Brigands more than likely. My son Hammy here can tell you more about them too. We'd both like to see them gone from the Shire. I told that young lady that their camp was no place for her to be poking her nose, but I guess from what you say she didn't listen. I should have told someone about them, but I figured she'd have more hobbit sense.
Don't walk off! I need to speak with you!
So we've got a separate quest to go looking for her. I see it now, that hobbit lass Violet probably went off to see those ruffians on her own. I never thought to warn her properly what might happen. I just figured she'd have the hobbit sense to head back to Stock with news so that Matt Harford and maybe the Bounders could do something about them. The camp of strangers, brigands and thieves most likely, is not too far from the west of here. Ford the stream at the head of the waterfall. It's no good waiting for the sheriffs to do something. You'd better hurry out there and look around. I only hope she ain't been harmed. Well, I'm a Bounder as well, and your son's also got a quest for me.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
These strangers are a real problem hereabouts. I'm pretty sure they've been stealing food from the local farms, and it's just a matter of time before they cause worse trouble than that. That girl Violet probably went that way and found trouble, so I think you should deal with those ruffians. Maybe they'll take the hint and move back to wherever it is they came from. The ruffians, brigands like as not, are camped not far to the west of here. Their camp is on the heights of Narrowcleave, past a waterfall. It looks dangerous, but you can ford the stream just before the cascade goes over the cliff. So grab those 2 quests. Lockasick, I'm a little confused by all these new maps of the starting zones. Yeah, so I mean the Shire has it's got a new map compared to what it used to be, but the Shire one isn't too bad, I feel. It's fairly straightforward, but like other ones like Breeland, I feel that they're a lot harder to read because Breeland's a huge area, so condensing it like down into that small bit, everything kind of gets clumped together and it's just like a green mess really. I mean the Old Forest has still got the old map, so you can see easy enough where to get between all the trees. Ered Luin as well got a new map, but since it's a smaller region you can kind of get away from it. It doesn't really look as complicated. Yeah, so that's all the start regions. So yeah, it depends if you like the art style really, I suppose. If you like the more kind of like Google Maps type satellite views, or whether you prefer a more artistic interpretation of the various maps. Some are more hit and miss than others. So we're going to cross the waterfall, which is probably going to be very damn loud. But I do apologise. So you can get away straight back to normal body. Right, so we need 12 brigands. Fight our way up this one. So Violet is only just at the top of this hill. Let's go really deep into But otherwise, we need to look for the East, we need to rescue Violet, and we need to kill brigands. Now the East might actually be further in than Shire's, yeah. So what we're going to do is we'll go deep, we'll get the East, and we'll rescue her on the way out, because we're probably, if I remember correctly, going to have to escort her all the way down to the where the waterfall was. Okasik says, I started the game 10 years ago and been returning to it every now and then. So yeah, it's pretty much the same with me. And I'm trying to think. I mean, when I started playing it, it was in the Warrior era. And I was playing it non-stop for quite a long period of time before I eventually kind of took a bit of a break. But I'm trying to think like what sort of point that was. I think it would have been. Yeah, it would have been somewhere in the Gondor period. So I think I was playing it pretty solidly through Dol Amroth, and then kind of ended up taking a bit of a break. Maybe about when East Gondor was. That's probably when I first had a sizable break from the game. And then since then I've kind of been dabbling in it, kind of playing it in little bits and pieces. But yeah, ever since Dol Amroth, really, I haven't been grinding away every time the cat's been raised. There's been new raids that have been out to give you better gear and stuff. Where are we looking? I've actually gone too far south. So yeah, that was the last bit where I was kind of like really grinding the end game. More recently, as evidenced by the fact that obviously the Let's Play LOTRO series had quite a big break in the middle of everything, which wasn't intentional to be in the middle of the review, but it's just how things panned out. But since then, since I've been back playing this, I've been enjoying it well enough. I mean, I have been playing a little bit outside of the LOTRO series during that break. I did the Minas Morgul on my main character. Still have not yet played through Three Peaks or Bad. I need to get around to that, but there's not enough time to be playing most games. I mean, I've got 2 expansions in LOTRO. I mean, the latest expansion's just come out in Guild Wars, which I haven't dabbled in at all yet as well. So let's play that. There's obviously various other games that continue to get released as well, which are on my radar for playing as well. Right, kill these brigands just to give us a little bit of space.